What's up everyone, V here, and we are continuing the Iron Man festivities because today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Iron Man Model 20. This is a slightly different one because the previous one which we reviewed, I was the one doing the review, you were the one watching, was the Superior Iron Man. Hopefully that video wasn't chaotic. I say that, I'm recording them back to back, so it hasn't been a minute. It's literally been a minute since I hit end record on this video and started recording this guy's vid. So I don't know what I'm talking about. So hopefully that one wasn't too bad, and hopefully this one isn't bad either. But yeah, this one though, as opposed to normal packaging, like that guy, that barely was in frame, but this guy's on a card, and not just any card, an extremely big card. This box is massive. But yeah, this is Iron Man Model 20. I put it in quotation marks because this isn't Model 20. I did some research, and it says Model 20, yet this is the spitting image of the Model 24. So, because I knew there was some talk that the name wasn't quite accurate to the actual Iron Man design. And yeah, this is the 24 model, almost to a T. So I don't know where they got 20 from. I looked at the 20. Don't really look like this figure. But anyway, who knows? And I think this is retro package for like the retro Iron Man figures, I think. I'm not too sure. I wasn't alive back in those days. But yeah, I wasn't originally going to get this figure because he looked really odd in the promo pictures. Like, really odd. But then I saw it in person, and number one, if I find figures in person, I'm more inclined to want to buy it, because sometimes I walk into a store wanting a figure, and then sometimes I don't find anything I really want, so then I find something that's kind of cool, and then I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. I totally don't have a problem. But I saw him in store, and I gave him a look, and I was like, he actually doesn't look too bad in person, and then I got him, and he's actually really cool. So yeah, the pictures kind of did him dirty. But he's a very odd Iron Man. Even though he's more classic looking than this guy, like, design-wise, he's strange. Which kind of makes me happy to have him, because it's like, oh, I get to add a really strange Iron Man to my collection. But before we get into that, we'll get into the packaging, which is, again, extremely massive. Why is it so big? Like, here's an average Marvel Legends box. Why is it so big? Like, it's 10 times the size of, like, the Spidey carded figures. It don't need to be this big. Why? Anyway, maybe because they're planning on... Then again, he kind of just takes up the whole thing. I don't know. But you got the giant bubble here, Iron Man, and then this huge shot of this beautiful artwork of Iron Man. Spoiler alert, this figure, this Iron Man design, is not in this wave and not released on this card. It was released years earlier in a different Iron Man wave in normal packaging. But yeah, Iron Man Model 20. I do kind of like how it looks like it's text there typed out on like some computer. Marvel Comics 4+ on the back. Iron Man, got a little bio. Also got a GameStop. Yeah, I got the little like shot that's kind of like the carded figures with the design. And tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. I think that's the lyrics, I'm not sure. Why is the helmet look so much cooler on this design than it does on figure? Like, that looks so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna read the bio that you cannot see. With Stark Tech wreaking havoc in the wrong hands. Iron Man dons a new high-tech suit designed to fight the evils of the world. So what were the other suits for then? If this one specifically was made to fight villains, the others, they were just the chillin', you know. This design, this was just his evening wear. But no, this is the one that's meant to actually fight people. Goofy. And a goofily large box there. But getting this Iron Man out. He's been out of the package. I don't know what I'm on. But yeah, he's cool. And he comes with a good amount of accessories. He comes with fisted hands, just in case he doesn't feel like using the repulsors. He's just going to give you the old knuckle to the face, which would really hurt considering these are metal. And you got the lights painted in there, which is nice. And then you have blast effects, but they're not like... I just threw that. They're not like our classic blast effects. They look like this, which I'm like 90% sure is the same. You just take this piece off, and I think that's... Actually, no, it's a different sculpt. It's a little bigger. And you don't just get the average 2. You get 4, which is awesome. And I love the shade of blue on them. So yeah, you can like really load them up. Or can you? Because that for some reason doesn't want to go in his foot. Okay, for some reason, like, he has all these blast effects, but they don't want to go in. But yeah, you can really like load him up with these blast effects, which for some reason don't want to go in the holes. But yeah, you can really get them going crazy, which is cool. So that way you don't have to have like at least 2 Iron Man figures to fill up all the holes. That sounded wrong. But for some reason they did not want to go in the holes. That's odd. Maybe the pegs are too long. I don't know. Anyway, that's all you get. You don't get no unmasked Tony Stark head, which kind of sucks. But you know what? It's alright, because this is not like one of the main Iron Man designs. This isn't like this. This is a goofy one. This is a strange one. So yeah, also, I don't know how his shoulders are supposed to be. I thought they were supposed to be like that. But then on the package, they had them like this. So I guess I'm gonna rock this. It's also funny how like just switching the shoulder pad angle can like completely change the look of the design. But yeah, we're gonna rock it like this. Hopefully that's accurate. And yeah, this is such a weird Iron Man design. He has so many weird design details that are just super strange. The biggest, most notable thing are the fins on the back, which I did look up and are not actually on the Model 24. The Model 24 is just this design, but without the fins. So I don't know where the fins came from. And I have seen a lot of people take the fins off because they are a separate piece. And they are a little wibbly wobbly. So you could probably just rip those things out. But like, I like the fins because it adds to the weirdness of this Iron Man design. But yeah, most notable weird thing beyond the fins is the mask design. It looks strange, and the picture on the box makes it look so much cooler than it does on the figure. But the figure's not bad. It's really weird. Like, he's got this big old mouth, but then he's got like these curves for his cheekbones. He's got a little bump for the nose. It's odd, because like you bring in a more like classic looking Iron Man helmet, or maybe slide a bit more modern with this design. Well, actually no, that's not really like that kind of. Let's bring this guy in. Like, you can see elements from that, but like there's a lot of differences, and it's really odd. I don't really know how to describe it, but like it's an odd design. But yeah, he is extremely detailed. You got a lot of nice like detail in the neck. He does have a triangle arc reactor. You don't really see too many of those, and oddly, I like the triangle. I like triangles a lot. Whenever I was younger, though, I thought the suits in Iron Man 2 and then the Avengers movie were different Iron Man suits, and a lot of figures were made of the triangle design. So I just assumed he appeared with a triangle more, and I always hated it. I was like, get these triangles the hell out of here. But as I've grown older, I realized that the triangles don't appear a whole lot, and I kind of appreciate them now. Kind of appreciate the triangles. Because circles a little lame. Triangle's cool, it's unique. It's different. I like the triangles now. It's an odd tangent, but yeah, like, he's, like, insanely detailed throughout, which is crazy. You get to the back, looking nice. Arms, got a lot of nice detail. That probably should be painted, but for some reason isn't. Got some nice gold in there. One odd thing is this isn't glued in. You can just take that off. It's very odd. Don't know why. And I do know that when it first was, like, the hands, I don't think were going in all the way. So you kind of have to fidget with it a bit. But once you got it going, it looks nice. They come down to his waist. He's got the classic Iron Man circles. The belt seems like it should be glued that far down, but then it feels like it should also be up there, so I don't know. They get to the legs, more interesting designs, got a lot of line work. I do like this area, though, where it's kind of got like this thing over top of it, but this is still this thigh. I oddly really like that. And then you come down to his boots, got a little added protection there, which just equates to not being able to move his feet too much. But yeah, also a thing I notice on a lot of Iron Man figures is that they'll keep the pin for some of the legs, but like they'll integrate it into the design of the armor, which is interesting. It's on this guy, and I think it's on one more. I think it's the Mark III from the MCU that does it as well. It's interesting, but it's kind of cool. Because, like, again, that is a detail there, so you could really just... It works. But yeah, like, it is, one could say, overly designed. It does have a lot of line work. Seems like something would be painful for a comic artist to draw, especially before, when Iron Man designs looked like this. But it's interesting. Like, this isn't going to be anyone's, like, main Iron Man, or probably their, like... This is definitely going to be, like, more like a background Hall of Armors type Iron Man. Maybe a specific mission type Iron Man figure. But it's still cool. And it's cool to get the weird, more obscure, oddly designed Iron Man designs as figures. Like, he's really odd. Articulation-wise, he has a dumbbell hinge. That's not a thing. Ball hinge. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Any character that flies needs a ball hinge. The dumbbell joint does not do it justice, and this is proof. Look at how good he's looking up. And oddly enough, the neck is separate, which is usually never happens. Maybe it's because it's got all that, like, intricate design work. But it leads to him looking that far down, already did up, and rotates. But that also leads to the neck kind of getting misaligned a bit. It's odd. Arm rotates, hinges up that far. The shoulder pads are pegged onto the bicep. There's also a butterfly joint. Like, what? A butterfly joint on an Iron Man? That just shows how weird this guy is. Bicep, double jointed elbow. Be careful. If the hand pops off, this is going to go with it when bending. So yeah, it's not like, oh, it's going to happen every time, but it's strange. He also has a diaphragm and a waist joint. So he crunches a little bit. Goes back decently. Oddly enough, mine tends to kind of curve to like one side specifically. Doesn't really stay in the middle. So it doesn't line up perfectly, but it's cool. Can kick that far forward, not too far back, even though he's flat back there. Must be the armor. Can go out surprisingly well considering he's got these and these. Thigh rotation, forgot what a thigh was for a second. Knee bends, and you got a little bit of gold put right under there. It's a nice little attention to detail that is like easily overlooked, but I appreciate it. Up and down, and a rocker. And this apparently is a separate piece that's glued on that I just realized now. So yeah, he's a little hindered in some areas, but he's cool. Again, I don't think this is going to be anyone's main Iron Man, but he's cool. He also has the more like metallic-y look to him. He's got the more shinier red and like the gold paint, as opposed to this guy. He's definitely got a more like this design mixed with this design type of look. So yeah, and for comparisons, let's whip them out. Black Series and Transformers Voyager class here he is next to the Phase 1 Clone Trooper and Shockwave, perfectly in the middle. For 7-inch scale comparison, here he is next to a Jazzwares Halo and a McFarlane DC. Here he is next to Black Manta and Halo 3 Master Chief. And for some more fun comparisons, here he is next to She-Hulk and Black Panther. Also, all the comparisons are going to be the same as the Superior Iron Man review because, like I said, I'm reviewing them back to back, so all the figures are just sitting here. Speaking of Superior Iron Man, here he is next to that figure and to the Mark 85 Iron Man. Here he is next to some more classic-y Iron Men, the, I believe, Model 10, and I want to say Model 4? It's like the more classic Iron Man that we all know and love. I would like the one that has the spiked helmet, but like every time I see him, he's like an absurd price. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pay that much. I don't want it. Like, I'm not gonna pay that much for basically this figure, which I own 3 of. Not that specific one. I own the hologram one and the stealth one as well. Anyway, here he is next to some more wacky, wild, more out there Iron Man designs. And finally, here he is next to Captain America and Iron Man from a more like modern comic design. So yeah, do I recommend this guy? Kind of. Like, if you already have an Iron Man figure of a more traditional look, like if you want a more traditional Iron Man, go for this guy. This guy's perfect. This guy's everything you want. Unless you want a more classic Iron Man, then, well, this guy just came out in the same wave as him, along with that She-Hulk figure, so yeah. But if you like the design, or you just want to get more Iron Men to your collection and maybe some more out there, interesting and different designs, then I do highly recommend this guy, because he's honestly a really fun figure. Like, figure-wise, he's really fun. You just have to get past the weird design of this armor. But honestly, it's kind of growing on me. I kind of like the weirdness, because I have dozens of just run-of-the-mill, like, normal Iron Man designs. So it's kind of cool to get a more strange and odd Iron Man. So yeah, honestly not bad. I'd give him like a solid 8 out of 10. So that's about it. Like, subscribe, check out my previous reviews, and stay tuned, because we still got a lot of Iron Man. When I mean a lot, I mean one more. Probably going to review him soon. Definitely going to do the She-Hulk from the same wave. So here's that wave so far. Might even throw a couple more Iron Man in, like this guy and this guy. Probably going to review the Black Panther, because I love that figure despite how old it is. It's like a year old, but like it came out during Wakanda Forever, so it's been a minute. And yeah, check out the previous review, which was of this guy. So yeah, a lot of Iron Man. And I'm loving it, because he's my favorite superhero. So yeah, check out my Instagram, MoonEdX, you can talk to me there. If I stop posting on YouTube for a while, check Instagram. I've probably posted like 5 stories there. I do a lot of music stuff, album reviews, guitar, piano videos, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I would like to own the actual figure of this Iron Man design, so it's kind of put me on an Iron Man kick. There's also that 3-pack with the Iron Patriot and Taskmaster and Doom, which I want. Mostly for the Taskmaster and the Iron Patriot, because I already kind of basically own that Doctor Doom. But yeah, so stay tuned. There's probably going to be a lot of Iron Man stuff, because now I'm on an Iron Man kick, because they release in so many, and I love it. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you have a wonderful day. And yeah, there's no moral to the story here. It's not like this is an evil Iron Man like the previous one. This is just... So... Who's that funky dude staring back at me? Is that the lyric from the Weezer song? And I don't wanna be an old man anymore. Shaking booty, making sweet love all the night. I wanna get back to the good life. Can you tell I've recorded a video before this and I'm tired? Yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys now before I start singing more songs. Cause yeah. Peace.